Hi, this video is going to be about an introduction to Baguazhang, and for those of you who don't know, Baguazhang is one of the three main internal arts or internal martial arts that's practiced in China, specifically when it comes to health benefits like Qigong and muscle stretching and all the good physical stuff. When it comes to slow movements, Tai Chi Quan is primarily the martial art that pops into mind. When it comes to explosiveness, Xing Yi, pronounced Xing Yi sometimes, would actually be the internal art that comes to mind to a lot of people. But Baguazhang is that internal art that a lot of people are not familiar with, and so this is going to be an introduction. The reason why I'm wearing shades right now is because here in my place it's almost 100 degrees and it's very bright, though the heat is a bit tolerable, but the sun rays are just too bright for me, so I need to wear shades. So the first part of the Qigong that I'm going to show you, it can be done by everyone, and you can actually do it also everywhere. The reason being is it's simple and it actually helps straighten, or should I say stretch, your spine, especially here in the lower back. So what you just need to do is to stand in place, like normal standing, like so. And what we're actually going to do is step with either foot, but the gap, or should I say the width, the length of your step or your stride would not be really that far. It's going to be around half a step, so that you can actually feel the whole balance of your feet and your whole weight really sinking down naturally due to gravity. So stand on both feet, and then the first thing we're going to do is actually take a step first with our left, like so. And by taking a step with our left foot, or either right foot, but in this case we're doing the left leg first, we naturally sink down to our supporting leg, which is our leg. So by sinking down, you would notice immediately that my right knee bends a bit. So the right analogy that I'll use here is that imagine that you're sitting on a very high stool. So that would be the good mental motion for you to take, like so. And then your right hand will be placed on your rib cage, like what I'm doing, as if you're just holding a book with your one hand that you're trying to read. So that automatically makes your palm open, so you're not going to place your whole arm like this and then you have closed fist. So, and then you're going to make a cross using your left hand, so it's going to be like this. The position of your left hand will be like this. Okay? And from here, you're just going to brush your left with your right. And while you're doing that, you're raising your right hand upwards and going to your left. So if I'm going to just use my right, I lift my right hand here, and then I move it to my left side. So my left hand just follows while rubbing my right arm. And when I do this, naturally my right hand will part from my left arm, and the final form will be this. So as I do it side view here and closer, since it's a bit windy. Normal standing position, take a step, usually a half step with my left foot, my right arm on my rib cage, as if I'm reading a book. I make a T with my left, so my left arm is in front of my right arm. I brush my left arm to my right, while I lift my right arm and moving it to the left side. And as I do so, my right arm parts and lowers down to my waist, while my left arm now goes here. you know that you're doing this correctly. Once you do the parting motion, you're actually going to feel the stretch on your lower back here. So notice that my lead leg is sink in or sink low, as if I'm sitting on a stool. And I know that I've done it correctly, that if I lift my left leg, my right leg, which is my supporting leg, doesn't move. Now to go back, you lift your right arm from your waist and you rub it in front of your left arm. So like so. And then you move to the front. And then you lower your hands down. Slowly. You're not just going to drop it like this. Give your hands down slowly. Like so. Then bring your left leg back. Then you're back to the normal standing position. And whatever you do with your left, you're also actually going to do with your right, because you just don't want to feel the stretch on the left portion of your lower back. You also want to feel the stretch on the right portion of your lower back. And if anything else, stretching your back is really good. So you really want to do both sides. So take a step with your right foot this time, around half a step. Make sure that you're sinking in or sinking with your left leg, which is now your supporting leg, as if you're sitting on a stool. Like so. Your left arm now goes to your rib cage, right here, as if you're reading a book. And then your right arm now makes a T with your left. And then you brush your right to your left hand, while your left hand rises up and faces to the right. Once it parts, your left arm now goes to your waist, and then you just turn your right wrist. Foot step, left arm on rib cage, make a T. Rub my right arm to my left arm as I lift my left arm up and then twist it to my right. Both my hands apart, my left arm now goes to my waist, and then I just turn my right wrist. Again, to check if you've done your leg position correctly, if you lift your right leg, your left leg, which is now your stable leg, would now maintain as a supporting leg, so it should not move. And that if you've done this correctly, you're going to feel a stretch on this portion of your lower back. Now to go back to your normal position, you lift your left arm in the front of your right, brush through, move it to the front, slowly put your hands down, then bring your right leg back, and now you're in the normal standing position. So to demonstrate it in real time, it's going to look like this. Now we're going to do the other side. Like so. Of course, if you really want to feel the full stretch of your lower back, so once you get on this position, you can hold this position as long as you want, so long as you can feel the tightness of your lower back loosening, And once you feel that you have already been relieved of the tightness, then you can go back to your neutral stance or your starting position. Of course, that stance alone is the main stance of Bagua. And in advanced version, you're actually going to see that Bagua moves along with the legs, maintaining this kind of posture. But for now, the beginning version is just going to be this right here. And this alone is actually a good Qigong if you're actually going to do it really, really slow, focusing on the breathing. Okay. So there you have it. That's the beginning video or an introductory move for those of you who may want to try practicing Baguazhang, even though it has already a lot of family lineages below it and are being practiced by a lot of martial artists around the world, actually. So hopefully you will try this out, and hopefully this video has helped you even in the smallest way possible. God bless you all. Always train safe. And take care.